Be offended if I get really quick answers, including yes or no's. I'll prompt you if I need more. I'm glad to hear that the multinational anti-avoidance legislation is delivering dividends. Mr. Jordan, as you know, my party worked hard to get that legislation passed by 1st of January. Is it possible to provide the committee with a list of companies with that $1 billion turnover who are actually or have filed detailed general purpose accounts rather than special purpose accounts? Is that possible?
Jeremy, take it.
Yeah, I'll ask Jeremy Hershorn, the Deputy Commissioner in charge of the public groups area.
And also, if you could quickly answer if you're having any issues with enforcing this provision.
So, Senator Jeremy Hershorn, Deputy Commissioner. On the general purpose financial statements measure, which requires some companies, significant global entities, which do not already file general purpose financial statements with ASIC. That measure kicks in from 1 July 2016,
Yep.
and so income years which start after 1 July 2016, so that the first general purpose financial statements that we expect to get under that measure will relate to the year ended 30 June 2017.
Right, okay.
And so the first reports we'll get will be probably, because it's a requirement to lodge them with us, if you don't already lodge them with ASIC, to lodge them with us at about the time you lodge your tax return. So we'd be expecting the first returns really to be coming, or the first general purpose financial statements to be coming in around December 2017.
Right.
Under that element of the measure.
Thank you. Well,
again,
that
we
makes it
are
easy.
consulting with how, because it does deal with multinational companies, in what format, including even what computer format, people will send things to us, so that we can actually make it most accessible through mechanisms like data.gov.au.
Okay, thank you. Excellent. Could I ask in relation to the gap analysis that the ATO has recently completed for large corporations? You found reported that around $2 billion of unpaid tax is recoverable. Can you give us an estimation of the unrecoverable figure?
Senator, firstly,
I know that's
we haven't concluded an estimate around tax cap. Certainly, we've said that if it were to pan out similar to the UK, you would expect it to be around about the 5% level. That would give you, in Australia, a gap estimate for the large market of around $2 to $3 billion. But we haven't finalised our estimate yet. It's a piece of work we're continuing to work through at the moment.
Okay. Around 5%, because I know with your 2012-13 tax stats, there's a table there, table 22, and I know we went through a bit of detail on this.
And it's on the large market, not the total corporate. The total corporate's about 67, 70. The large market's about 40
to 45.
440.
Okay. So I think that showed that you had 55 billion of related party transactions that went to Singapore and about 9 billion just to Switzerland alone. So is that
that's the gross figures, don't forget.
Gross,
that's the sale figure, not the profit.
Okay, but you'd be hoping for 5%. Yeah. Okay. Could I ask if there's been any update on the beneficial ownership register that that was announced by the government? Because we noticed there was no expenditure item in the budget for this. Is that actually started?
I'm not sure, Senator, what register you might be referring to. That might be a question you need to give to Revenue Group about where they're up to with beneficial ownership
right. I'll direct
ideas.
that to...
That's a debate that's continuing through the OECD, and the government has expressed an interest in it. I'm just unsure where that whole process is up to. Revenue Group can probably help you with that.
Okay.